My fram, there is an overabundance of tea to spill and serve today. So much to catch you up on, from Britney Spears and drama with her dad and her kids, to Kevin Hart and some sketchiness there, to Prince Harry and even YouTube drama. I'm talking Logan Paul, Manny MUA, and starting off today with Trisha Paytas and Aaron Carter, because I have a soft spot for both of these messes. No diss towards Aaron Carter. I say mess as a term of affection. And my latest podcast is out now. Booker has no idea who Trisha Paytas is, so my daily recap videos are home for her. Speaking of, listen to the podcast. It's out right now, and another one out tomorrow. The Perez Hilton podcast with Chris Booker on Apple Podcasts or directly at perezpodcast.com. So, if you were not paying attention, you probably were. You know, I don't feel the need to be super timely. I feel like we're at a point now in our framship where you tune in to have a relationship with me, to hear me chat, to chat back with me during the live chat, and to chat with each other. Fram really isn't about me. It's about us. It's about you and me, and it's about you and your fellow fram. So, and also, hello, it was Labor Day, and I was enjoying myself and not needing to make a video about Trisha and Aaron Carter, which I am saving for right now and doing now. So, Trisha, in early August, shared with the world that she and Aaron Carter had some intimate time together. Flash forward a month later, and they're back together. Oopsies. Flash forward a month later, and they're back together. This is a match made in YouTube heaven. However, unlike Jake Paul and Tana Mojo, I think that Trisha and Aaron are real. I mean, if you didn't see it, am I going to post this? Yeah, I'll post it. I'll put a link, because I don't put a link to everything I talk about, because I'm very careful about what I say and what I link to in my YouTube videos. There's a video of Trisha and Aaron kissing, and whenever I've seen Jake Paul and Tana kiss, they don't even kiss well. They don't kiss like they're into each other, because they're probably not. Aaron was into Trisha, and Trisha's into Aaron, and they're both into the attention that they're getting by being together. It's as simple as that, but I think it's real. I mean, hello, Trisha even went over to Aaron's place, and that's far. He lives, I think, in Lancaster. Let me see. Aaron Carter, or Lawndale. Lawndale or Lancaster. I'll find it out real quick. Residence. Why does it not say? Where does Aaron Carter live? Where does Aaron Carter live? Here we go. Aaron Carter. Whatever. I just happen to know that he either lives in Lawndale or the other city that I mentioned, and it's close to a 2-hour drive from Los Angeles. And Trisha went over to his place. Commitment. 2 hours there, 2 hours back. I can't wait for the videos to start coming. Joint collaborations, and then the inevitable breakup. All right, I teased this too. Kevin Hart was involved in a potentially life-ending car wreck in Malibu. But there was weirdness. He was not driving the car. He was in the car with a guy and a girl who was not his wife. And this accident happened, I forget the exact time, but, you know, really late, like well after midnight. Nothing good's happening that late. I'm never awake after midnight anymore, unless I'm at home working, catching up on work. Yes, your boy works sometimes till 1 a.m. But right now I'm happy. I'm happy to be back and making the daily recaps. I'm happy that it's not October yet and dark early. It's still bright out for at least another month and a half, and it's still warm out. And anyways, after this accident, which was so serious, the car flipped over and Kevin Hart's passengers had to be like rescued out of the car. Kevin Hart was able to get out, and he called his private security to come get him. And he left the other two behind. And Kevin Hart went to his house. He didn't even go to the hospital at first, which is sketchy. Why would you leave two people behind? Especially two people that could have been potentially really hurt. Kevin Hart did end up making it to the hospital, and he did undergo back surgery. His injury was serious enough to have an operation. But I still think there's more to this story that we will be hearing about in the upcoming days and weeks. I have so many mugs, but this one was calling to me today. Shine bright like a diamond. I needed that reminder because it's hump day and because it's back to school. It's back to business as usual for everybody. But I love my job. I love you. I was just spoiled by August. Actually, on my family personal channel, The Perez Hilton, today, or it's out now, depending on when you watch this, I'm uploading a back to school video about my kids' first day at school, and it was very emotional for them and for me. All right, from Kevin Hart to an update, not an update, sorry, I'll get to that. From Kevin Hart to Britney Spears. I mentioned drama with Britney and her dad. It's unfortunate that Britney is a public figure because a lot of things happen in every family's life that isn't public information. I can guarantee. I'll tell you what happened. Then I'll share my story. Britney's dad got into an argument with Britney's son, Sean Preston. He's 13 years old. Something happened. We don't know yet, but there was a fight. Sean Preston decided he wanted to get away from his grandfather, so he went to his room. And then once he got inside his room, Jamie Spears, the grandfather, broke down the door because he was not done talking to or having a word with or whatever was going on with Sean Preston. And then allegedly violently shook the teenager. All right, is that the most ideal thing? No, but frankly, breaking down the bedroom door and violently shaking the teenager, while that may not be the course of action I take, I don't think that's what is being investigated. I don't even want to say the words. I'm not going to say the words because I've outsmarted the system on YouTube. Yeah, he's being investigated for that. If my dad were still alive and living with my mom in the guest house, and if my 13-year-old son did something really awful, I bet you my dad would violently shake my son. Or more. And then we'd have to have a conversation. But, Jamie Spears is 67. He's a different generation. Or two different generations. He's way up there. I don't think anything is going to come of this. I can only imagine and guess that it was Kevin Federline who called the authorities to investigate because he found out that things happened because Britney actually called him to have him take the kids, even though it was her night to have them per their custody arrangement. Ish happens. Ish. But personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And I need to know what Sean did. If Sean did, you know what? Someone like that at 13, you know what? I may even shake him. No, or not really. I'd just be like, okay, no, I wouldn't shake him. I would go back. I'd revert back to what I would, because that's like, that may make him want to do it more. I've said this before. You may think I'm crazy. I would tell my kids, I'm going to randomly test you. And if it comes back positive, you're never leaving the house. Like, you're going to be grounded for a year. I think you need to instill in kids fear as well as love. They know I love them and we have fun, but you need to instill fear, consequences, and just uncertainty and dislike of using things. Like, honestly, the older I get, the more I realize I don't even like booze. I haven't had a drink of alcohol since April, and I want to discourage my kids from drinking. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm definitely not going to encourage it. And I'm not going to be, I don't do it around, well, I rarely do it, but I'm not going to, my kids don't see me doing that. Oh my God, I'm getting stressed because there's so much more to get to today. Hopefully you've got some time, or you can watch this video in parts and you enjoy every single second of it. All right. This is the ongoing story. Prince Harry has come under fire for being a hypocrite when it comes to being an environmentalist, for flying private, yet being so green. And he finally addressed this. Speaking at a conference in the Netherlands, he said, quote, "I came here by commercial. I spend 99% of my life traveling the world by commercial. Occasionally, there needs to be an opportunity based on a unique circumstance to ensure my family are safe, and it's genuinely as simple as that." I would have believed him had his brother, last week I believe, Prince William, had he not flown commercial with the whole family. Yeah. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis all flew on a budget airline with mom and dad. So I don't think Prince Harry's excuse adds up, especially when they have security. Not even a security bodyguard, like a security team. And on top of that, Prince Harry added, "We can all do better, and while no one is perfect, we all have a responsibility for our own individual impact. The question is what we do to balance it out." Seems like he's still convinced that he can do silly things like plant trees or pay a charity money and it'll make it all better. I don't think it works that way. In fact, as I mentioned before, Greenpeace says that does not work. Well, I'm going to get to some Demi Lovato drama and Taylor Swift. But first, I need to give a shout out to my super chatters. Melanie Schaffer. I can never get it right because I don't, I'm awful with pronunciations, but I love you, Melanie Schaffer. I'm going to go with Schaefer. I love you, Melanie Schaefer. I love you, Aaron Sim. Aaron Sim hit the dollar icon during a recent super chat and sent some coin my way. Also, Haley Beck. I love you, Haley Beck. A light. That's the name, A Light. Also, Melissa. Oh, no. Hi. Say hola. Un besito. I love you a light. Okay. Melissa Moore. I love you, Melissa Moore. And Kylie Kincaid. You are a superstar. Kylie Kincaid. No, eso no lo vas a ver aquí.
Aquí.
No, aquí no. I don't like...
Mira, papi.
No. Oh, lo apagué. Lo siento.
Aquí.
No.
What?
No toques. Ok. Ve a la cocina. Di bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Papi.
Okay. Go ahead. Go. No. God. All right. Well, she's going to stay here. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. No! I'm not ready to stop. Ve pa dentro. Okay. Let us continue here. Heather Barnes. I love you, Heather Barnes. And Tara Jenkins. I love you, Tara Jenkins. Okay. I mentioned last week about the drama between Demi Lovato and Taylor Swift, or we thought there was drama, but it ended up not being drama. No. Ve pa dentro. No. Okay. Y ve pa dentro, gracias. Que se ponga los zapatos, por favor. Okay, pa dentro. Oh my goodness. So, Demi Lovato, you know what she just did? She took to her Instagram story to say, life's too short for women not to support other women, especially women releasing great music. She had a screen grab of Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer, and then she said, great job. A reminder, Demi Lovato has been so publicly petty and nasty repeatedly to Taylor Swift for years upon years. So this was shocking to me. Demi not being petty. So, mazel. Good on you. Taylor could have ignored that, but she was the bigger person and acknowledged the thanks, and Taylor responded on Instagram story saying, this is so awesome, and put the biggest smile on my face. Thank you, Demi Lovato. It should be noted that Demi and Ariana Grande are both managed by Scooter Braun, Taylor's public enemy number one. Speaking of Taylor Swift, OMG, you guys. Lover is officially the number one album in America and the world. And in America, it did 867,000 units its first week. Not anywhere near the 1.2 something million that Reputation did its first week, but the world musically has changed so much since 2017 when that was released. I had set the bar at 750K. 867 is huge. And almost 700,000 of that was in sales, not streams. Major. All right, a lot of people are talking about this Instagram post that Justin Bieber did about his mental health, about his past, and there's a lot being read into it. The gist of it is he found Jesus or God and made his life better. We talk about this on the podcast this week, and Booker disagrees with me totally. I wish Bieber would have found the gym, because at the church or churches that he goes to, all of these pastors most of them seem like scam artists to me. And they're just using him for his celebrity and his money. But you know what? Whatever puts him in a better frame of mind and in the right direction, it's a good thing. But some Selena Gomez fans are reading into what he said and taking it as a confession that he was towards Selena Gomez. Because he literally said, quote, I started blah, blah, blah at 19 and abused all of my relationships. I became resentful, disrespectful to women, and angry. I mean, that's not how I read it, but I could see how some would read it that way also. Justin Bieber recently performed at his church, the Hillsong Church in Los Angeles, in Beverly Hills. And he started crying during the performance. And then afterwards, he said on social media, sang at church last night, God is pulling me through a hard season. And then my first initial reaction is, hard season? What's so hard? You know, maybe he's dealing with depression or mental health issues, or from abusing things in the past, his brain is off. Speaking of being off, Ariana Grande recently canceled a fan event, a meet and greet, a paid meet and greet, because her anxiety and depression are at an all-time high, she says. And you all know, I don't even think this tour was a good idea of hers, but she went on the tour. And I don't think she should have canceled, honestly, because these people paid. And her excuse was, I like spending actual time with you, and I won't be able to be present or give you the best of me today. Most of these, I would say 90% of the people that are paying for the meet and greet of Ariana are young people. They don't care if she's present. They just want the photo. They want a smile, they want you to be polite, and they want a photo. Anything else is extra, right? Hopefully it doesn't become a recurring habit, and it just reminds me, nobody does what Taylor Swift does. She does free meet and greets with her fans. Every show, she will have her mom and her team go into the audience and even arrange things before the show to meet for fans for free. And also, I saw this recent thing. In over 12 years of touring, Taylor Swift has only ever canceled one show. Consistency. Booker had something to say about that too. Something negative. Negative Nancy. Also, did any of you guys watch the Travis Scott documentary on Netflix? Well, after that came out, a bunch of Travis Scott fans were throwing unpleasantries at Cardi B's way because in the documentary, you see Travis Scott backstage at the Grammys looking distraught after losing the Best Rap Grammy to Cardi B, the album. And Cardi B felt the need to defend herself and remind everybody that she was pregnant when recording her album and spent months in the studio 24 hours a day. Why does she care? Why does she care what these people say? She is on top. Maybe because actually she's smart and she knows that by caring and responding, she gets another story. That's something to think about. All right, from Cardi B to More music-related news. Lizzo. Congratulations, Lizzo. She's got the #1 song in America. Truth Hurts is '1 on the Billboard Hot 100. And actually that song, she's been accused, Lizzo, of plagiarizing it. This other artist named Lioness claims that back in 2007, she sent out a tweet with that lyric, I'm 100%. I just took a DNA test. I'm 100% that. And that Lizzo stole that lyric after her tweet went viral. I went back and I saw that tweet did go viral back then. In fact, she even sent out another tweet back in 2017 saying, wow, I went viral with this tweet. And the tweet was poking fun at Demi Lovato, who had taken a DNA test and said, wow, I'm 2% black. A lot of people rolled their eyes at that. And this girl now, woman, wants to be added as a co-writer to the song. I think it would be nice of Lizzo to send her a basket and $10,000, but nothing extra. You know, that On Fleek girl was more original, and she got nothing. That was all over tons of merch. All right, I'm gonna get to Manny MUA in a second, but first, more super chatters. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you to Diana's Views. Thank you to D. Soares. Thank you to Appalachian Unicorn, aka Aaron, for hitting that dollar icon during the live chat and sending some coin my way. Thank you to Mama Lynn's House of Light and Freedom. Thank you to Lindsay Goodwin. Thank you to Kirsten Flood, one of my most faithful. And thank you to Amanda Show. All right, I got around to watching this Manny MUA video. I was canceled last year. Let's finally talk about it. My first overall note to him was he cursed way too much, unnecessarily. Maybe it was nervousness. Maybe he was trying to prove a point that he's being so real, but it was very off-putting. Not that I'm old or a prude, but it was so much to the point of it coming across as inauthentic. And he said a lot without saying anything. I mean, maybe the biggest revelation was he accepts that his career is on the decline. It's not as hot as it used to. And that's a big thing to accept and to be able to recognize and be comfortable with that and still be happy. He talks about having to have taken a lot of anxiety medication, specifically talking about Xanax, but that he hasn't taken any in a long time. He talks about cancel culture. He wants to cancel culture. That's not going to happen. And, you know, he's lucky because he's making videos and he's got a makeup line, Lunar Beauty. Does that do well? It's in Sephora stores, so it must do well enough. I wish I knew how much he was really making. It's probably not that much. Why do you guys think I hustle so hard? I make a living, but I'm not making crazy money. I wonder how much he's making. It's none of my business, really, but I'm just nosy. I'm nosy. But yeah, I didn't like the video. It left a sour taste in my mouth. And I kind of like Manny. He seems likable. I like him. I don't even kind of like him. I do like him, I think. I don't really know too much about him, but that video I did not like. All right, some more music-related news. These poor girls, R. Kelly's live-in girlfriends, are trying to raise money to get him a good lawyer. I don't even care enough, but yeah, they want to write a tell-all book. They're getting no offers. And they're trying to sell some interviews. They're getting no offers for that either. On to some couples news. Zendaya is dating her Euphoria co-star, Jacob Elordi. Congrats, Zendaya. They were outed as a couple by some fans because Zendaya and Jacob went on vacation together in Greece. Get it? Also, Pete Davidson has gone public with his new girlfriend, actress Margaret Qualley, the daughter of Andy McDowell. They not only went public, they went public and on vacation together. He accompanied her to Venice for the Venice Film Festival, where she had a movie premiering. Also, congratulations to Miles Teller and actress Kaylee Sperry. They said I do in Hawaii. Getting married in Hawaii now, I would imagine, is hot. And you know what? I don't care. I don't mind the heat. I would get married in Hawaii now. Just have tent and sprays and water sprays and... I don't know. I feel a calling to getting married, if I ever get married, in Spain or Ojai. On this mountain in Ojai that I went to visit once. I just had a feeling. Maybe Ojai, I don't know. Maybe Ojai and then honeymoon in Spain. That would be nice. Even more couples news. Dua Lipa has moved in with her boyfriend Anwar Hadid. They're very serious. Also, poor Liam Hemsworth's friends are concerned for him. They claim that he is devastated and humiliated following his split from Miley Cyrus. Also, Camila Cabello is dropping new music tomorrow night, Thursday at midnight Eastern. Camila is releasing, I think she hyped a new song. It's rumored that it's going to be released tomorrow night. Also, there are some speculation that Halsey was subtweeting Camila. She tweeted, it's just Hopeless Fountain Kingdom, but not okay. Then Halsey tried to spin it that it was just a 2-year-old draft on Twitter. Sure. Also, Shawn Mendes in a meet and greet with fans. I love that the fans are so ballsy. A fan straight up asked Shawn about Camila, and he said, I would love to talk about it, and I would love to talk about my feelings, but I can't because there's another person involved. Also, Logan Paul and that other YouTuber, KSI or Psy or whatever, are having a rematch. And this one is happening at the Staples Center. Yeah, they're going to be boxing each other. Logan Paul's YouTube views are way down this year. Actually, I should look it up. Let me show you. Logan Paul. All right. I looked this up not that long ago. All right. Logan Paul still has 19 million subscribers, but I wish I could look at it year to year. His views in the last 30 days are down 35%, and his subscribers for the last 30 days are down 54%. But he still keeps gaining subscribers every day. Actually, I wonder I don't think the same is true about Manny MUA. Oh, wow, look at this. On the Social Blade page, there's already an ad for the KSI and Logan Paul rematch fight at the Staples Center, November the 9th. I will not be going. Aw, poor Manny MUA only has 4 million subscribers. He doesn't have that many views, but, his views are up, but his daily average, he's losing about 200 subscribers a day. Oh well. He actually has gained some the last couple of days though, so that's good. All right. I'm not really going to go in depth in this because it's a controversial topic and YouTube does not like that, but there was some drama with Simone Biles and her brother, the brother who is in the military, who's been arrested and accused of bad things. Sucks. Sending positive vibes to everybody affected by this. Simone just broke her silence on this all, saying, "My heart aches for everyone involved, especially for the victims and their families. There is nothing that I can say that will heal anyone's pain, but I do want to express my sincere condolences to everyone affected by this terrible tragedy. I ask everyone to please respect my family's privacy as we deal with our pain." Speaking of pain, I got to give some props to Walmart for making changes to their stores in response to the tragedies that are happening in America as a result of gun violence. They say that they are going to stop selling certain types of handgun ammunition, and also are asking their customers to refrain from openly carrying firearms in their stores, even when states allow it. Some health news: ALEK TREBEK is done with chemo and back at work at Jeopardy! That is wonderful, but his road is still long, and I am sending him positive vibes. Hopefully, he can miraculously become cancer-free. He's got pancreatic cancer, which is one of the worst to have. And finally, let's end things on a light note. If you have not seen this video, you need to check it out. There's a video of Kanye West picking his ear and then eating the earwax. I've done some gross things before. Like sometimes if I'm nervous and I'm working, like I'll do this. Or actually, I'm over that. I was doing that recently until my mom kept correcting me. But this and then that, I didn't touch my lip or my tongue. Don't worry. That's a whole other thing. Ay, ay, ay. So much tea that I finished my vanilla bean macaroon. I've missed this. But thank you all for enjoying all my different kinds of content that I've been posting recently. My John Mayer story time, my Jewel video performance, really special acoustic, my James Charles video, and everything I do. Your support means so much to me. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It helps my videos get recommended. Hit the like button, leave a comment. That also helps too. Make sure you've got the notification. Oh, I just touched my nose. Make sure you've got the notifications turned on so we can live chat during every video premiere. Super chat me. Listen to my podcast, PerezPodcast.com. Follow my family channel, The Perez Hilton. Follow me all over social media. I'm The Perez Hilton, and the website's Perez Hilton. We're on Snapchat, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. Sign up for my newsletter, PerezNewsletter.com. Read PerezHilton.com daily, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.